Hey, sixth grade, your main task today is going to be revising and editing the essay that you've been working on over the last week. In your compare and contrast essay slide deck, you'll see that you have a few different slides that go through all of the different pieces that you need to do before turning in a final draft. Couple of things to go through before you do that. First, make sure that all of the text in your essay is one simple, easy-to-read font. Don't pick anything weird or different texts that are hard to read. You'll see within the fonts that you have lots of different choices, and you don't want to pick anything that's too difficult. Keep it simple. Should be size 11 or 12 font. All the text in your essay should be black with no other colors or highlighting. Nothing in your essay should be underlined, bolded, italicized, or in all caps, and none of your sentences should end in an exclamation mark. You also want to make sure that your essay has at least 300 words and no more than 700 words. The way that you can check your word count is by going to wordcounter.net. You simply go to your essay, highlight your writing. You can copy it, go to wordcounter.net, and paste it, and it will show you how many words you have. After you've checked your word count, make sure you have 5 distinct paragraphs, that they're all blocked together with no extra lines or spaces between the parts. Please pause the video now and go through these elements of the final draft checklist before moving on. Next, you want to move on to double checking your introductory paragraph. You want to use a high quality hook to get your reader's attention. Don't start with "did you know" or "have you ever." If you need to see some hook examples, you can scroll down in your slide deck, and there's one in there. You can click to see some example hooks that you may want to try in your essay. If you used a quote in your introduction, make sure that you give credit to the author of that quote. Most or all of your introduction should be in your own words. Your introduction should make sense to someone who isn't in 6th grade at DSST Montview. Your thesis statement should be the last sentence of your introduction. Your thesis statement is one sentence and has 3 supporting reasons to back up your claim. Please pause the video now, review your introductory paragraph to make sure that all of these pieces are in place. Next, you want to move on to checking your body paragraphs. Each one of your topic sentences of your body paragraphs should begin with a transition word or phrase. You can use first, next, and finally if you'd like to. You can also go in your slide deck. There's a slide labeled Transition Words and Phrases. You can click on that to see a list of many different ideas that you may want to use throughout your essay to connect and transition between ideas. Oops, 1 second. You want to make sure that you have supporting details and examples in your paragraph, and that each of your body paragraphs has 2 to 3 sentences of thoughtful analysis that connects your thesis statement and the overall purpose of the essay, and isn't just a repeat of your claim. Please pause the video and double check your body paragraphs. Next, take a look at your conclusion paragraph. You want to start it with something like "in conclusion" or "to conclude." Make sure your entire conclusion is in your own words, unless you've used a quote. If you did use a quote, make sure to give credit to the author. Make sure that you've restated your thesis statement in new words or provided a counterclaim, summarized your 3 main points in new words, answered the question, "so what?" without using a phrase like the audience should care because, and finish up with a final mic drop. Pause the video, review your conclusion paragraph, and then come back to finish up. Finally, you want to make sure that you have reviewed the essay rubric and graded yourself. If you go up to the third slide, you'll see where it says click here to see the rubric that will be used to grade the essay. You click on that and it'll take you to the rubric. Then you want to make sure that you have reread the exemplar essay to be sure that you're on the right track. You want to listen to your essay out loud. You can do this by clicking on this link, pasting your essay into the box, and clicking play.
Owning a pet is a habit completely unique to human beings.
You may catch some errors or awkward phrasing that you wouldn't otherwise have noticed by listening to it out loud. Make sure your entire essay is in your own words and that you haven't copied someone else's work. Check for capitalization errors. Eliminate trash words like a lot, get, very, really, things, stuff, good, or bad. You can see another list of trash words near the end of your slides with other words that you can use instead. Then review your work for formal tone, things like slang or informal language. Check your word choice. Run a spelling and grammar check. If you don't know how to do that, you can click this link. It'll take you to a YouTube video that shows you how. Once you've gone through all of these pieces on each of the final draft checklist slides, then you can go ahead and click Turn In on your essay.